to Lisa Lesson. It's your girl, Lisa. I'm so happy you're alive. I'm so happy you're here. I want to introduce you guys to two of my very, very close friends, Christina Mayo. Say hello. And this is DeMarlon Vega.
What's up?
All right. What's up, Belinda? How you doing, Mama? I hope you're well. All right. So this segment is going to be on love because I am very, what's up, Sean Randall, Steven? Hey, Mom. This segment's going to be on love. And I'm very interested in these like beautiful, long-lasting relationships. Now, you guys don't know this, but I've known these two since high school. I've known Chris since 6th grade. All right. And I've known DeMarlon since high school, and they actually met in high school. Right. I mean, we'll get into the love story after. But what's really cool is they've been dating for 12 years. They've been married for 1. So I just wanted to talk to them and just like, I don't know, pick their brains about stuff. All right. So I guess the first question is, how did you guys meet? I would love to know that.
So we met in high school and we met in the choir.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you met him first.
Yes.
And recruited him for choir.
Recruited.
So I should thank you for everything.
Yes. I am Cupid.
I was already signed up.
Oh, okay.
I just saw 2 cute girls, so I'm like,
we out here.
Okay.
We out here.
All right. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I guess my next question is, what is it that DeMarlon or Christina does on a daily that you completely appreciate and you think has definitely kept the relationship together going?
For me, I like Christina's playfulness. Just it's like, you know, when you first start dating,
yes,
and you have that little puppy love phase, and you're like flirting all the time, and it's kind of like that, you know. But still, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, there's very much so a youthful, like, childishness to our relationship that may seem immature, but it's really just playfulness.
Yeah.
And then I think he always puts me before himself.
I see that. I totally see that.
In anything, he's always thinking about me before him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if he's making coffee for me before he makes it for himself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that kind of thing, that consideration for the other person always is big. I think I appreciate that the most about him.
The selflessness.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right. So I guess tell the people what you guys do, because that's going to be the next question. My next question is, how do you think your careers has informed your relationship?
So I'm a mental health counselor.
I'm a recording artist, songwriter, producer, etc.
So I think my career has really helped me a lot in my relationship because it's helped me to see what I don't want in my relationship. So a lot of the times I do couples counseling, I do counseling with one person who's in a toxic relationship, and I see all the things that lead to destruction.
Like what?
Disrespect, lack of communication, lack of trust, lack of security in themselves.
Come on.
To be in a relationship is huge, because then that leads to lack of trust. That leads to not communicating, and that kind of thing. It really opens my eyes to, okay, I definitely don't want to do that. I definitely can't do that because it's going to lead us down a toxic path, and that's just not healthy.
For me, my profession does very little to assist in my relationship, but what it does do is it shows me how much I want to be with her. And how willing I am to set everything aside to be with her. So,
like, what kind of sacrifices do you have to make as an artist for Chris?
Oftentimes it's like, you know, sometimes creative experiences like going to the studio or staying out till who knows what time of night with you know, other musicians, just, you know, talking or jamming or whatever. And some of the relationships that could be built that way, I've sacrificed that so I can be home with my wife. And it shows me what I really want. You know what I mean?
I do,
more
dude.
Exposes.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Assist in what I want.
Yeah. Because I mean, I feel like as an artist, a lot of it is freaking going out for that drink, going to that party, going to meet so and so, and it's like it takes up your life.
Yeah.
Like easily if you let it.
Right.
So bringing it back to the root, love.
Exactly.
I mess with that. Yeah. All right. And I want to go back to one thing you were saying, trust.
Yeah.
You guys were long distance for a little bit. Yes. Y'all were like, and I think we need to talk to the people that have been in long distance. You know what I mean? That's a struggle. I've done that, and I was very not successful at it. So, was there ever a point where you're like, I don't trust him, I don't trust her, or was it ever just like, I can't do it?
Nope.
No, I think there's moments that test your trust, but I think it's, especially if you're in a long distance relationship, first of all, I don't think we just encourage you to start out with a long distance relationship. Don't do that. We don't recommend it. Like, that was the hardest period in our lives.
3 years before we ever had to.
Yeah, but I think what kept us going was the communication through it all.
Yeah, every day.
Like, constant.
Every day.
Always, like, on the phone every day. My sister could tell you the conversations, like texting, knowing what's going on in each other's lives and staying connected constantly. So that when we weren't together physically, we'd still feel that connection.
That's weird. Were there also things that you just had to have in place, like, oh, I'll see you once a month, or like certain things that you just had to do?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely you have to prioritize what's going on. And, you have to make sacrifices for that other person.
Right. I think that's the thing a lot of people don't realize is when you're in a relationship, you kind of sacrifice just a little bit of your individual life so that you can have a life partner. You know what I mean? So when you do have a partner, it's like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of this time, and I'm going to make sure that I see her, once a month. I'm going to make sure I go out there once a month, and she comes out here once a month, so that we can see each other and we devote time to each other.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying about how sometimes you have to sacrifice that yourself. Yeah. And were there ever points where you're just like, yo, I'm so involved in this person? Because that's me. I love, and like when I first meet, it's like that constant, you just want to be with them.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like you lost yourselves because you guys have been doing this for literally a decade?
Right.
No. And I think it's unique because we've figured out a way to grow. I mean, you have to remember we were kids, and so we didn't really know. We weren't really established in who we were completely, but we were able to find a way to kind of grow together and figuring out who each other is developing into, and then supporting that person and encouraging that person into who they are.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying there's not rough patches where you're a little like confused and like, oh my gosh, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Who am I? Who are we together? You know what I mean? It's never that fairy tale that everyone thinks it is.
Right.
It's never perfect, but it's a matter of is your heart in it? Do you want to go through the tough times? To encourage that person to figure out who you are and to figure out a way to
help that person
grow together.
Out who they are.
Exactly. Because I think to us it's like not being together is not an option.
Yeah.
Divorce or splitting up is not an option. So let's figure out how are we going to make this work and how do we continue to make each other happy while still being happy ourselves.
Yeah. That goes back to what you were saying of, I guess, nurturing the individuality. Like, what is it that you need? Let's figure that out. What is it? And then,
compromise.
Yeah.
Compromise is huge.
Compromise is key.
You have to compromise.
Learning. Yes.
But in order to compromise, you have to pay attention. You have to listen. You have to watch. You have to observe. You have to kind of know first who you are. Because you can't, if you don't know who you are, you have nothing to bring to the table when you compromise.
Right.
So you have to first know who you are and know what you want, or at least have an idea, and then you have to see what they want and who they are, so that way you have an idea as to what kind of compromises you want to make. What you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hearing you guys talk, it sounds like you guys have had people in your lives that you could like either go to or watch. Are there any role models when it comes to relationships that you would be like, yo, this person taught me to just, you know, whatever?
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you guys would like to shout out, I guess, or you learned from?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think the constant respect and love, I've seen a lot of that in my parents.
Yeah.
So I've been able to see the healthy aspects of a relationship that I want to keep. My dad has always been really great to my mom.
Yeah.
And I have had a great role model of how a man should treat a woman and what I should and should not tolerate.
Yeah.
My mom has ingrained in me.
Yes.
So I definitely think my parents have taught me a lot about what is healthy and what is not in a relationship.
Yeah. I as a man, my dad has always been the model. You know, my dad is very kind, very appreciative, very nurturing, which you don't always see in a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm very thankful for that. And then on the flip side, my mom and my stepmom kind of show like what it is to be a strong woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
yes.
Not necessarily need a man to nurture them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But accepting of that and nurturing in themselves. So having my parents be very balanced people, very strong, yet very nurturing people, they both have shown me examples of what I should be in a relationship, what I should expect in a partner, and just in general, who I should be in the world, you know? So. Yeah.
I'd like to know, we all have single friends.
What? One more. My Titi Moy and Theo Robert.
Yeah.
They inspire me a lot because they're also high school sweethearts.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like when everybody was doubting.
Right.
But Titi Moy and Theo Robert, like they going strong right now. They're going strong.
Like, just knowing somebody else has done it.
Yeah.
Got you. So for the single folks out there, what advice would you give them? I know we were saying compromise this, that, but like what is it that you would give? I guess somebody, I don't know if it's looking for love or if it's just like as a single person in life, I guess looking for love. What would you suggest to them? Because my feelings is just like love yourself and that energy will come back to you. Me personally, but what would you guys say?
Well, I definitely agree with what you're saying. You have to love yourself. You have to be secure in who you are, because if you don't love yourself, you can't. It's like pouring from an empty cup. You're not going to be able to reciprocate that love if you really don't truly work on you, and figuring out who you are and loving yourself. But really, I mean, I always tell people when I'm counseling or whatever, and I truly believe it is. You have to have, like that love for the other person, trust, respect, communication, and compromise.
Oh, it's like a five-hander.
It may seem like not much, but it really is a lot, because just communication in itself is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
Do you listen to the other person?
Yeah.
Do you speak to the other person? Do you try to see their side of the situation? You know what I mean? And that in itself is huge. A lot of people don't have that.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, respect is kind of where it starts. And then communication enables all of the other things that she just expressed. Without communication, and not just talking, but trying to understand. Speaking and conversing with a purpose.
Yes.
Like, I'm not just arguing to prove I'm right. I'm arguing to understand your perspective. So I remember when we first started dating, I told her this because I dealt with it with my older brother. He thought I was arguing all the time. And I'm like, no, I just want to understand you. But I told her, I was like, look, don't think that if I'm, keep going with this argument or whatever, that I just want to fight. I want to see what you see. So I'm not going to stop until I see it. And then I want you to see what I see. So I'm not going to stop until you see it. Then we can start to figure out where we go from there. You know what I mean? And
yes.
So like I feel like that kind of communication is like the backbone or the cornerstone of everything. Like you have to seek understanding.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you may not always agree. People think you have to come to an agreement.
Yeah.
And that's not the same as I think what he's saying is sometimes you can come to an understanding of we're not going to agree on this topic, and that's okay. And you have to learn to let things go.
Oof,
if you can't let things go, you're just going to build resentment inside of you.
Yes.
That's always going to carry over into the next issue and the next problem. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be things that come up. But if you can't deal with them as they come up and learn to let them go, then you're never going to be able to continue forward in that relationship with, dealing with issues and healthy and being able to just start over. It's kind of like holding on to something you were supposed to shake.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, if you can't let that go, whether it's because of past issues, your childhood, maybe you're just fed up because the other person's not changing, and that's fine too. But if for whatever reason you can't learn to let things go as they come up, that's not good. It's not going to work.
No. Snip, snip.
It's not going to work.
Snip, snip.
Exactly.
Good.
All right. So I think I want to leave y'all with this: the 6 things to, we believe, a good relationship. And this comes from people who've had 12 years of experience. Okay. So first one was what?
Love. Did I say love?
Love.
Like just love, like honestly loving the other person, being attracted to them, just wanting to be with them, being friends, I guess you could say.
Being friends is
maybe
big.
That's what I mean.
That's a big thing.
That's
That's what I mean.
Friends.
Okay. Love.
Trust.
Respect. Communication.
Communication. Compromise. Which is a part of communication. But and what was the last one we just said?
Understanding. What was it? Fighting.
Understanding. Learning to let things go.
No, it was like when it's not fighting, it's trying to understand.
Yeah.
Seeking
understanding. Okay. So these are things that are very important in a relationship. Wanted to talk to these two because they're a beautiful couple. Like they really are. It's a little weird. Like you just don't see it anymore. And I just want to give hope to y'all because it's out there. Like there are actual people that genuinely, care about each other and it's lasting. It's not, because this is the thing too. A lot of our generation and generation prior, it's like it's very quick. It's like you go on a date, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that can make you feel very empty. So it's good to hear people that are just like, like we're here. It wasn't easy, but we're still together and we're actually happy. So.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
This is the counsel on me coming out though.
Okay.
But like, sometimes people go into relationships and they're not good with themselves, not just not loving themselves, but there's emptiness, there's voids.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. Yes,
they're dealing with from the past, whether it's growing up, whether it's earlier experiences in life, that they're seeking to fill that spot with a relationship. And if you're looking to do that, that relationship is already starting off from jump negatively. Because you have to be good. Like everything within you has to be good before you can, try to seek out a relationship. You can't expect, your daddy issues or your trust issues from before to be all covered up with a bow with this person.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes complete sense. I was going to ask you for those people. I didn't mean to be like, oh, you're single friends. I guess it's for those people that have had trauma or whatever it is in their life, and it just keeps on being brought into every single relationship because we know those people. You know what I mean? And it's just detrimental to and it's not just sexual relationships, it's literally just every relationship. The advice for that. And I guess you're saying you gotta work that out.
Work through it, go see a counselor, talk to someone, be able to work through those issues before you step into a relationship.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So back to just loving yourself, understanding yourself.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I hope this has been a word for you. It's been a huge word for me. They've been staying with me, so I've just been watching them, and their love language is really, they have no idea I've been watching them, but I'm like, oh, wow, yeah. So I hope that's a word for you because it's possible, and it is alive and well, and it can happen to you. All right. I love you. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy you're alive. We're so happy you're here. We're so happy you made it through the week, but we know this week's going to be even better for you. You're shining like a shooting star, man. You're so bright. Yes. So we're just grateful you're here. Keep on living, keep on going, and it's going to be great. I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.